Hey guys, Eric with driverlineup.com, and as the title suggests, this video is going to be about poop. Yeah, I want to use the other word, but I don't want YouTube to get all mad at me. But anyway, I've got a nightmare story to tell you guys, and I want to talk about the subject of pooping and peeing on the road as a truck driver. But to kick things off, I want to ask a question, and I'm hoping you guys will be honest with me, because I know for a fact I'm not alone on this. How many of you will admit that you use free shower credits occasionally for a private poop? You know you do. You know you do it. I don't do it all the time, but I do it occasionally. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'll be back to you guys shortly with the rest of the story. Much better. Okay guys, I'm gonna try to keep some light going here. As always, I try to get somewhere where it's somewhat quiet, but I drive at night, so there's never any real good light out when I'm doing a video. But anyway, light's terrible. So I got this nightmare story I'm gonna tell you guys, and then I'm gonna offer up some advice. And a lot of you are going, all right, is Eric seriously talking about poop and pee in a YouTube video? Yeah, I am, because I know it's kind of a taboo subject. Nobody really wants to address it, but it's something we deal with out here on the road. So for those of you getting into trucking or coming to Prime, you're gonna deal with this. You're gonna, it is what it is, guys. We might as well be honest about it for a minute. So, a couple months ago, we were at this chicken plant, and it was one of those times, man, where nature was calling for me, and it was 5-alarm fire, right? Like 911, it's going down, and there ain't a damn thing you can do to stop it. So we were at this chicken plant, and they had just this tiny little outhouse, because it's the Rona. It's the Rona, so us drivers, we got to keep ourselves healthy by not having actual facilities we can wash our hands and be, safe and sanitary at. You know how it goes. So I had this little outhouse in the parking area waiting for a load. And Jenna decides to inform me very excitedly, by the way, that she has acquired these amazing, remarkable new biodegradable Flushable wipes. And she's like, you're gonna love it. I mean, she's literally, this is like the Men's Warehouse commercial, she's like, you're gonna like the way your ass feels, I guarantee it. No joke, this is her attitude about it. So I'm excited, they smell good, they got a good fragrance. I gotta go take care of business, and there's just this little porta potty, which I hate, I cannot stand them. So I get a big handful of these things, put them in my pocket, and head over to get things taken care of. Well, a couple problems. First problem is that damn porta potty was on like a 7% grade with the back of it on the downslope, which meant that everybody had gone in there and relieved themselves all over everything. And like I said, this is a 5-alarm fire, guys. So I have a choice in the matter. So I had to firmly place a hand on both walls, right? Pop as good a squat as I can, because I'm not going to touch my ass to that toilet. And I'm like just squatting down on this thing, right? Hands against every muscle in my body. And I used to be pretty fit. Now at 41, I can barely jump out of a trailer, but I used to be pretty fit. Man, let me tell you, every muscle in my body at that point in time, my thighs, my calves, my biceps, everything was working, and I was feeling it. But I had to brace myself and hold myself there, get it taken care of, and then I go to grab these amazing, elegant, classy, you're gonna love the way your ass feels wipes that Jenna provided me so excitedly. Only to realize that these things were like super earth friendly, biodegradable, flushable to an extreme. And I realized that when I went to pull the first one out of my pocket, as I'm still squatted over this thing at a 7% grade, trying to hold myself up because my pants are down on my ankle, right? Trying to hold myself up, and so I got one hand still up against that wall and the other hand in my pocket, and I pull out the first of the wipes and it rips in half. It was that flimsy and that crappy, figuratively, no pun intended, I guess pun would be intended, that they were just ripping apart as I pulled them out of my pocket. And I was like, you have to be effing kidding me. So you imagine, 245-pound truck driver sitting in this porta potty, squatted, legs trembling and shaking, arms trembling and shaking, all my muscles are hurting, and I'm trying to get these little wipes, because there is no toilet paper in this porta potty. I'm trying to get these little wipes that are literally falling apart as they come out of my pocket and take care of things, in this porta potty. It was horrible. Fortunately, my only saving grace was that I had gotten so many of them that I had enough material to somehow make this work, and got myself somewhat cleaned up enough, so that I could go back to the truck and finish the job with real wipes. But it was horrible, guys. Words can't describe how awful that situation was. And it just, out here, you're just gonna have those situations. You're just gonna have really bad situations, and I've heard them from other truck drivers. They're even worse than that, where that point in time, and it doesn't happen to me often, but every once in a while, nature is just like, look, I don't care what your schedule is, I don't care what you have to do, this is gonna happen right now. And I've heard horror stories from a couple other drivers that are substantially worse than mine. But it's something we have to deal with out here, guys. And if you're coming into trucking, look, if you're a dude, the likelihood is you're gonna pee in a bottle. When I came into it, I was telling myself, no, I'm not gonna, I'm civilized, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna be peeing in a bottle. Well, hell, Jenna drives for 8 freaking hours straight. I mean, she literally can crack out 8 hours without stopping the truck. I can't do that, man. So, sometimes, and I make sure I go to the bathroom when we switch drivers, so a lot of times I can get through the 8 hours. That is sleep, Sometimes, man, I just can't do it, especially if I had a lot of coffee. So you got to resort to what you got to resort to. Piece of advice, guys. Get yourself a Gatorade bottle or a Powerade bottle, the big mouth bass. I'm not talking about the little perch, not the little Nestle water bottles, because when you're going 65 miles an hour, you need something with a you need some wide girth there in what you're relieving yourself into, because it can get really messy really fast back there, especially you guys in a Freightliner, freight shaker. You know what I'm talking about. Go across I-70 in a freight shaker and you're back there trying to pee into a tiny opening, you're gonna need some wipes after that, and maybe a towel. So always have that emergency bottle. A lot of drivers actually carry a big jug. I do have one. I've never really had to use it, but I have one, a jug with a, more like a permanent jug that I can wash just in case. Another thing is you just need to keep clean, and I like to be clean. I always like to feel clean. I like to smell clean. I like to take a shower at least every other day. And I know a lot of super truckers out there looking at me and going, you damn steering wheel holders, prima donnas, always got to be taking showers and being clean. I've literally seen this in internet forums, and I got to ask you, super truckers, are you seriously complaining that us new steering wheel holders like to be clean? Is that really an angle you want to take? Okay, yeah, I like to be clean. I like to feel clean. I like to smell clean. I like my truck to smell good. I like my truck to be clean. I like the seat that I sit in to smell good and to be clean. And my PSD trainer, I'm not gonna name him. I don't think he's a Prime anymore. I had a different TNT trainer than my PSD trainer. Let me tell you guys, that driver's seat was so bad that after a 10-hour drive, it made me smell like you know what. It made my pants smell like it. It made my jeans smell like it. Don't do that to your students, and don't do that to your trainer. Don't do that to your team driver, and don't do that to yourself. Be clean, guys. So the easiest way to do this is to get you some better flushable wipes and carry 3 or 4 of them into a rest area or wherever you're going in to take care of business, because you can't shower every day, right? But you have to do that sometimes. Just carry them in there. That's what I do. I don't go out of a rest area or a truck stop where I have to go do that kind of business without using more than toilet paper. I just don't, because, you know, in your normal day-to-day life, you're kind of doing a lot of different activities, a lot of different things. But in trucking, you're coming out of the bathroom and you're sitting on your ass for 10 hours or more, and that's it. So keep it clean, especially if you're a trainer or a trainee. Don't let your seat stink, guys. It's just, don't. Take care of yourselves. Come on. I know a lot of Prime drivers, a lot of us new generation, you know, we're not sort of the stereotypical truck driver. We're not throwing trash out of our trucks. We're not stinking. But a lot do. And sometimes it's difficult to stay on top of it. But if you're a new driver coming into Prime, you might think to yourself, I don't have to worry about that. I'm a really clean guy. That's what I thought too. I showered every single day, sometimes twice a day before I became a truck driver. And I thought to myself, this ain't gonna be a problem. Then you get out here and you realize it's worse in the summer, that if you can't shower every day, and sometimes you're gonna have a 2 or 3 day gap just because that's just the way the schedule runs you, man, you gotta do some things to keep clean. So anyway, guys, that's my update. I woke up in a truck after about 4 hours of sleep. I'm gonna go back to sleep for a couple more hours. But I woke up and I was like, you know what? This truck stop's busy. I can either go fight for a dirty toilet, or I can burn a free shower credit and then have some peace. And I can trim up, brush my teeth, you know, do a couple things. Because I'm gonna shower. I actually showered this morning, and then I'm gonna shower again tomorrow at Prime in Springfield. So I didn't really get, you know, I didn't really want to get out a new set of clothes and all that. So I burned a credit and burned the shower room up. So anyway, guys, I know there's not a lot of videos like this. Maybe mine's the first, but it's something I think needs to be said. And I also want to know from you guys, have you burned a free shower credit for a peaceful poop? Because I know a lot of you have. So let me know in the comments if I'm alone on this. Feel free to give me some suggestions on other things you can do to keep clean out there. Be sanitary, make sure your truck's not dirty, especially if you're a team driver. If you have a student or you're a student with a trainer, you might not think you stink, but I'm telling you, you gotta stay on top of it, because you can stink and not know it. Don't be that. Don't be that driver. Don't be in the shippers and receiver line, and you guys know, you've dealt with them all the time. Go stand in line at shippers and receiver and somebody's standing there and you can smell them all the way out into the lot. Don't be that. Represent Prime well. Get some respect out there. Represent yourself well. Respect yourself. And just take a couple extra steps and be clean, guys. All right, that's my update. I'm gonna hit the road tonight and get us on to Springfield. We're about 450 miles from Springfield, Indianapolis area. So I'll be in Springfield tomorrow and give you guys another update then. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Make good decisions. As always, drive to thrive.